Hello, welcome to the Lone Show. I'm your host, John Lone. In this episode, don't have regulars because reasons, unfortunately. Anyway, as for our guest, she is from Canada. Not sure where, but we'll find out eventually. She is an author and a YouTube host. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Randy Lee Brownslaff.
Hello. I'm from Ontario, Canada, pretty close to the border of the states.
All right then, that's interesting. So, how is life?
Good days and bad days, but life is pretty good overall.
Very good, very good. And have you been up to much recently?
We went camping a couple weeks ago, and we went to the zoo this past weekend. So enjoying summer as it comes to the end.
All right then. So, for the new peeps, what do you do mainly for a living?
So I am mostly write books, and I host my own YouTube show.
Okay. And with your YouTube show, how long you been doing that for?
Um, about 2 years. Yeah, there's over 150 episodes now.
All right then. And with your author work, how many books you have written or and currently writing so far?
I probably should count one of these days, but over 10 now. um, so I have five that are for adults, and then I have some more for kids.
All right then. Interesting.
Hmm. I like to cross genres because it makes life a little more entertaining.
Okay, I like that. Are there any particular genres you prefer or like writing in?
I really love writing in nonfiction. That's what I mostly write in. And then I really do like the kids' books just because it gets a little more fun after the heavy stuff.
I can see that. What inspired you to become an author?
I've always loved writing. I always said, even when I was like little, that I was gonna write a book. And then in 2017, yeah, 2017 is when I published my first book. So when that came, we were cleaning our basement. One of our grandparents had passed away. I can't remember if it was one of mine or one of my husband's, but we were cleaning the basement because of it. Um, and I found a bunch of old stuff that I had written, old poems. I was like, "Oh, I don't wanna throw these out, but, like, I also don't wanna keep them in my basement, so what do I do with them?" And I turned them into my first book and went, "Huh, I like this," and I kept going.
Ah, all right then. So, and with your YouTube channel, how did that goal started? Was it part of something or just built something along the way?
Um, so I always thought I was gonna be a famous actor when I grew up, and well, clearly that hasn't happened yet, but I love talking to people. I love being on camera. It's all so much fun. And I love talking about mental health. A lot of what I write about is mental health, so it just made a lot of sense to make it about mental health and to do it as a YouTube show. And because that's what I write about mostly, it kind of, again, it just all made sense. It all kind of goes together.
Ah, very good. What should they teach in high school but they don't?
Lots of things. How to think for yourself. So probably because my kids are, one has graduated and one is about to graduate next year, I'm gonna say how to rent your own apartment and really pay your bills on time and properly.
Yes, I couldn't agree more. It's as far as I can go in agreeing something.
Yep.
What item has drastically improved your life?
Heating pad. I'm using it right now, and it is the most amazing thing ever. So, I have a lot of back issues, and heat helps so much.
Sweet.
Makes sitting and writing for long periods of time a lot easier.
It sure does. Have you ever had a paranormal experience?
No one's asked me that. I off the top of my head, I'm gonna say no. Um, but I've never thought about it. I'm gonna go with no.
Okay, sounds good, I guess.
Well, I
Yeah.
figure if I have to think too hard about it, then it couldn't have been that exciting if it did happen, so must not have
Yeah.
happened.
Oh well. There's always time, I guess.
Exactly. You never know.
Oh, yes, indeed. What animal or plant do you think should be renamed?
Oh. Um, well, because I'm Canadian, I'm gonna have to go with the Canadian goose because we already kind of renamed it here and it's a copra chicken.
All right then. Have you heard of banana friche?
No.
Well, do you want to try it someday?
Depends what it is.
It's a mix between a smoothie and a milkshake.
Oh, okay, that sounds good. Yeah, I would try that.
Okay? Yes, indeed.
Nothing like twisting in there that's gonna make me go, ooh.
Okay, fair enough.
It sounds like it would taste good.
What is something people are always surprised to learn about you?
That I was a Canadian kickboxing champion in 2015.
Ah, no, I didn't know about. That's a surprise to me.
Exactly. That's why I had to go with that answer.
That's a good point. Now, do you have any weird superstitions?
Hmm. Um, not that I can think of. I want to have one. It sounds exciting to have one, but I don't think so. I think I'm boring.
No, it can't be that bad.
Maybe I just go with the flow enough that I don't need a superstition.
Hmm. All right then. If your life was a meal, what kind of meal would it be?
Ooh. Um, hmm. That's a hard one. No one's ever asked me. But so a whole meal, not just a food, a whole meal.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I know what the dessert would be. The dessert would be ice cream because it's delicious and there is lots of fun in my life sometimes. Um, the meal might be like spaghetti because it's really messy and it's delicious, but it's messy. And then I think the appetizer would be like a salad where it's like, you know, you should eat it because it's good for you, but do you really want to? You just want to get to dessert.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah. It's a nice three-course meal for the ups and the downs of life.
Yes. Have you been on any interesting trips lately?
Um, well, I mean, we did go camping. That was interesting at times. The most interesting thing that happened during the trip was so my dog came with us. My dog is a lab. Well, we have 3 dogs, but the lab came with us. And he was on a really long leash while we were at the campsite and he runs around the car he's scared of something, tail between his leg. I was like, what's going on? Oh no, is there an animal coming? And the back of the car was open. He jumps in and he's cowering, and then I notice it's just a really big butterfly and he was scared of the butterfly.
Oh dear, that's
He,
unfortunate.
he's a big sucky baby.
Yeah, I get that. If you could create your own job title, what would it be?
um hmm that's a good one. You got some good questions nobody has ever asked and they're really making me think.
Hmm.
Um, so I usually just say author and YouTuber, but like if I could come up with something else that's more creative, it could be like queen of the written word. Queen of the spoken and written word, because then it incorporates both of them. Yes. And I'm a queen and
Ooh,
can wear a tiara.
that speaks for itself, really.
Right? Exactly. I love tiaras.
Yes, of course. What has improved your life quality so much you wish you did it sooner?
Mm. Um, I'm gonna say the hot tub that we got. We bought a hot tub about a year and a half ago. And again, just because of like pain issues or whatever, it is just the quality of life is so much better after I've been in it because then I can move around again. So if we would have got
Nice.
it sooner, would have made a bigger difference faster.
Yes, absolutely. What was the worst hotel you have ever stayed at?
Oh. I can picture in my head, but I can't remember what it was called, but it was just like a motel. Um, yeah, it was like it wasn't a hotel, it was a motel, and it was just really grungy. I'm trying to it was years ago now and I can't even remember much about it, but I remember being fully disgusted by it and going, we need somewhere else.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I can imagine it right now. It's just, that's
Yeah,
nasty.
exactly. That is totally the vibes.
I feel it. Very tasty too, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's all there. You just use your imagination.
Yep, absolutely. If you had a tattoo right now, what would it be?
Well, I have a few of them. Are you talking what I already have or something new?
Well, whatever way goes, it works.
um, well, I don't know what new one I would get because I got 2 this year already. So I have a few tattoos. I have boxing gloves with autism pieces. I've got a butterfly with a semicolon. I've got a cross that my brother had. But and I have drama masks. But this year I got my kid, I got him to draw me the picture. It is of the cat I had, Diamond, because Diamond is a girl's best friend. And so it's a picture of the cat I had growing up, and she's got little like angel wings because she died, and I was very sad. So I got a tattoo of her on me, and it's definitely my favorite tattoo.
Sweet.
Right. And it turned out amazingly. Like the tattoo artist did it exactly how my kid drew it, and my kid did it exactly how she looked, like all the different spots and everything on it. It's really good.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Would you consider yourself to be an extrovert or an introvert?
Can't I be both? I want to be both because it depends on the day and depends on where I'm going. Right. So I do lots of these kind of interviews and I definitely sound like an extrovert for sure.
But sometimes you could be an introvert.
Exactly. Don't put me in a room full of people that I have no idea what's happening because I'm just going to go find a puppy.
Mm-hmm. I'm like that as well.
I think a lot of us are. I think we try to pick one or the other, but I think everyone's kind of a mixture of both.
Oh, yes. Absolutely. What hobby would you get into if time and money weren't an issue?
Hmm. Well, I did get my scuba diving certificate last year, with the intention of going more. I haven't been yet at all, other than to be certified. So if time or money was not a factor, then definitely I would do that as well.
If you could live anywhere in the world, where would that be?
Mm. Um, Somewhere warm all the time. Um, Maybe like Costa Rica. I've heard good things about that. Somebody I know, his wife is from there and they used to live there and he said really nice things about it. So let's go to Costa Rica.
Yeah. Yeah, I like warm climates too.
Yes.
I don't mind cold places either, but I prefer to permanently reside in warmer climates. Cold
I
climates just on a holiday thing.
I hate the cold, and my husband always jokes because since we live in Canada, right? My husband jokes and says, "Well, we could move somewhere warmer," but I'm literally in the most southern part of Canada. So unless we're moving out of the country, we can't move any farther south to still be in Canada. And our winter is not that bad. Buffalo gets it way worse than we do. We're kind of shielded because of the escarpment, but I don't go out in winter unless I have to. I don't sled, I don't skate, I don't ski, I don't do none of that. I don't like cold.
I
No
absolutely
hockey
see.
for me.
No hockey for anyone, I guess.
That's fine with me.
Uh-huh. What app can you not believe someone hasn't made yet?
Mm. Huh. Um, hmm. Everything that keeps popping to my head, I'm like, oh no, I have that app. Oh, that's already an app. Yeah. Um, can it be completely random and something that is so out there, right? So, a
Hmm.
teleportation app.
Yeah, sure. Wait, have you already said it or no?
Yeah, a teleportation app.
Oh, right.
I said it
There
all
was
really
there was a
fast.
delay on my part. So,
It's all good.
uh, if you could see one movie again for the first time, what would it be?
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna go with my favorite movie because it's my favorite. Labyrinth.
Obviously.
Labyrinth.
Ooh, Labyrinth.
Yes. Have you seen that?
Actually, no, I haven't seen Labyrinth.
Ah, so disappointed. It's so good.
Oh, I can see that.
I used to watch it every single day when I was little, to the point that I had like burned out the VHS and my mom had to buy a new one.
Well then, have you ever thought about a world that is nothing but gardens?
That would be really pretty, but I feel like I'd get rained on.
How so?
Well, if it's nothing but gardens, then there's no houses and I'd get rained on. Because gardens would need a lot of rain too.
Oh yeah, because photosynthesis.
Exactly. A lot of rain, a lot of sun. I like the sun, but not so much the rain. Although I know we need the rain.
We just don't want to get wet by it.
Exactly.
Yes, I agree. What food is underrated and underappreciated?
Whew. Turkey pepperoni.
Oh, never heard
I
that before.
I'm trying to come up with some unique answers. Because pepperoni's good, but my husband can't have pig, so he buys turkey pepperoni, and it's so good. So now when we do frozen pizza, I'll just buy like the cheese frozen pizza and add the turkey pepperoni onto it. It's so good.
Oh yeah, that's delicious.
Yeah, now that's what I'm thinking about for dinner. That's what I want now. Now I gotta go to the store.
Sweet. If you can get anything you wanted for free from one store for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Oh, like what store or what item?
What item from which store for the rest of your
Okay.
life?
Okay. Because I was gonna pick just a grocery store because groceries are so expensive.
Oh yes, cost of
But
living. Way.
right.
Yeah.
Um, hmm. A travel agency, that's kind of like a store. So I could just go on all the trips. Yes, I'm gonna
Yes.
pick travel agency. Trip to Cuba is my item.
Oh. And then you live in Cuba for the rest of your life?
I could totally do well. I love Cuba to visit. I don't know if I could live there being a socialist country. I'm not so sure.
Alright,
But
fair
I
enough.
love to visit there all the time.
Okay. That's pretty genius.
Oh,
You're basically getting holidays for the rest of your life.
right? That's amazing because now I don't have to worry about saving up to go pay for it. I can actually buy the groceries myself and then go on my trips for free.
Yeah, and most holiday resorts are actually cheaper than living in a
Oh
Western
yeah.
country.
It's so true. Yep. And the
That's so
food, somebody else is making it, which obviously makes it taste better.
yeah. It's both cool, but yeah, very sad that that society has come to this.
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm. Yeah. Where do you see yourself 20 years from now?
On a beach in Cuba. I would say retired, but I don't ever want to stop doing my YouTube and my writing. But retired from my part-time job would be nice. Um, Hanging out with all my puppies and kitties. I'm pretending that the ones that I have now are still living in 20 years because 20 years is a long time for them, especially since two of my dogs are already 11 years old.
Oh yeah.
Um, but since this is my make believe story, they are still alive and we are chilling on a beach in Cuba.
Yes, your pets are sanitarians.
Yes.
Yeah. What is the nicest surprise or favor someone has done for you?
Oh, I'm gonna go with surprise because a couple months ago we just had our 11-year anniversary, and my husband had given me my present was this really pretty set of earrings, and then the next day, well, he gave me the present on the weekend because we were having our dinner, and then on the Tuesday, the actual day of our anniversary, he gave me another present. And I wasn't expecting it. And I was like, I don't have a second present for you. But it was a really awesome surprise. It was another pair of earrings that was really pretty.
Ah, alright then. What fictional item do you wish you owned in real life?
A Pegasus.
A Pegasus.
Yeah, I love riding horses and a horse with wings. Come on.
Yeah, who doesn't want to ride one?
Exactly.
Right to the sky.
Exactly. I can go on my trips to Cuba on my Pegasus.
Well, that'll be pretty legendary.
Yeah, I've got it all worked out now. It's all based around vacationing.
Great. That's almost ahead of the times. Is a hot dog a sandwich?
Yes, it is between two pieces of bread.
Hmm. Hmm.
It depends on the way you make it, right? But we always have it on bread, so it's a sandwich.
Okay, that's good. Even if the bread is just one, just wrapped around, still a sandwich.
Then it's not between two pieces, so then maybe it's not a sandwich anymore, but maybe it's an open face sandwich at that point.
Hmm. All right then. Or so it could be a taco, which is like one shell and just have something inside it.
Exactly. It could be more of a taco. I like that. Never thought of that.
Yeah. Do you ever sing in the shower?
Oh, yeah. All the time.
All right then. Very good. If you could host a talk show, who would you have on first?
Ooh. Um, hmm. I would have. Hmm. I guess it depends what I want to talk about, but that's a really hard question.
Oh yeah, sure is.
Especially since I don't know names of celebrities very well, but um I don't know, Garth Brooks is coming to my mind right now because I wanted to go see him in concert again, but he's only in Vegas again. Saw him once, it was good, so I'm gonna go with that because that's what I was thinking about the other day.
Okay, very good. What statistics for your life would you most like to see?
Oh. Um that's a really weird, awesome question. Hmm. How many times I have just done weird things that other people don't understand? That would be a very high statistic, I think. It would be interesting to see the numbers,
That would be juicy, that's for sure.
right? It could be pretty interesting.
Yes, absolutely. Now, besides Cuba, because, if you had to leave your country permanently, where else would you relocate to?
Well, Costa Rica was a good one.
Oh, yeah.
Um, maybe the States? I don't know. It'd have to be like southern so it's warm.
Oh, yeah.
Um,
We all love warm climates. Well, most of us, at
right.
least.
Yes. Um, I visited Italy once before, and that was a pretty nice place. So maybe there. Yeah, there's a
Ah.
couple choices.
Have you ever heard of the bourgeoisie?
No. What
Well,
is that?
well, some say it's a group of rich elites,
Oh,
but the one I'm talking about involves a bird, and it's the all-seeing eye amongst us.
hmm.
So, yeah. Would you rather be tall or short?
Well, I'm already short, so let's go with tall.
Okay, that makes sense. What is your drink of choice?
I usually drink water and I put like a little Crystal Light strawberry lemonade spritz thing in it.
Okay, that's nice.
Yeah, it's pretty delicious.
Yeah.
Gets your water intake going, but it tastes better.
Okay, very good. Would you rather be able to breathe underwater or have an agility of a cat?
Ooh, cats are pretty agile. I'm gonna go breathe underwater though, because I love swimming.
Ah, yes, especially in the Caribbean where you're going on holiday.
Exactly. Hey, it all comes back to going on holiday. Apparently, I really want one.
Yeah, of course we all do. Is there an app you hate using but you still use it anyway?
Mm, hmm. Probably. Um, hmm. I'm not sure.
Oh, all right then. Well, we'll find somewhere eventually.
Yeah, yeah.
What has been the longest trip you've ever been on?
The longest trip. Grade 12, my aunt took me on a trip through the East Coast, and I think it was about 10 or 11 days, something like that.
Ah, all right then. What's the best thing you've bought off Amazon?
Ooh, I buy many things off of Amazon. Um, hmm. Well, because I'm sitting in my office and looking at things, I am going to say the little connector thing that lets me have more USB plugs so I can have everything plugged in.
Oh, yes, that's convenient.
Yes, because before it was like unplugging, replugging. It was a disaster.
Uh-huh. Oh, yes, indeed. And that is all we have for this episode. It's great having you on, Randy Lee, talking about authors, YouTube, and a whole lot of other stuff related to it.
And thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome. And until next time, stay tuned for more.